Hello everyone, this is Dreaming Dragon. Welcome back to another episode of our Total War 3 Kingdoms 190 expanded mod compilation Zhang Lu Let's Play. We're kicking it back into gear in turn 14 from the spring season of 193. So last time we spent a bit of a longer episode, even longer than our first one. Just because we had a few fights to do, we messed up our fight originally with Yang Zhen. Ran into a healer with a nasty bite in terms of morale. Didn't really hurt him too much. He's going to be fine. But he got scared and ran, so we didn't want to lose him right off the bat. It's very early days. We don't need to have stuff like that. Normally, we'll just accept the results of our fights and not rematch. But didn't want to lose such a unique character we get to see so early on. We rematched. We were a little bit more careful about it instead of trying to go so fast.
To duty.
And won that handily. We got rid of the two rebellions that's formed in Shangyong and Baxi. They formed because we got hit with a nasty faction council event from Li Zue. We actually have our own faction council to do, so I'm glad that we're still in spring. We need to get a faction council set up first. But yeah, we, despite being the faction of food, had negative food for several turns. That killed our reserves, that killed the public order. We had some battles to fight, which is actually kind of a good thing because it helped us reverse the decay of Celestial Masters by winning some fights against some enemies.
For reunification.
Zhang Wei got to duel twice, win those fights, and chase some units, and he leveled up 2 times. So we got intensity and flexibility, so we got good replenishment in this army now. Everyone's going to be healthy pretty soon. The Cav did take a bit of a beating, half unit size. He can get better units here now, but we really can't afford too much better, and we don't think we need better right now. We're just going to kind of hold in Hanzhong. Maybe if there's real chaos here, you know, if Wen Shao and Cao Cao are pushing him down, we'll take this and maybe the pass. We need to be here just in case Ma Teng decides we look tasty. Diamong Pass is undeveloped. We will either buy it or take it from whoever develops it. Alternatively, we could start to break our treaty with the Yosea pirates, go down here and fight them. We have options. I don't think Li Jue is going to actually fight us. He's got a lot to worry about right now. But let's get our faction council set up before we forget. Yap. Yan Pu will be the last administrator. Now, our faction council is a delicate matter because with the mods, you will see here we get negative effects and positive effects beyond just what the position offers based on the traits of the people in charge. So for example, Yang Bo is greedy. If we give him a position here, he increases desire for higher office and reduces satisfaction and increases corruption everywhere. So most characters I found, this is a rebalance I have suggested to the modders that they might employ. To tweak these kinds of things a little bit. There's quite a bit of negative satisfaction sources all over the place, and it's hard to keep people we want to keep happy. Like, we don't want negative public order, but this would make him happy. Same thing here. Actually, quite a few negatives. It's because of their traits. Now, you might think, okay, -2 public order is not that big a deal, but they'll stack up, you know, all these negatives. Zhang Wei has no negatives. In fact, he has some positives, so he's going in here right away. I like Grand Commandant for him. He's the guardian of Hanning, which is our area we start in, so it kind of makes sense for him to be in that position. I like him here as well because these two will give us... Chancellor makes more sense for him, but these two actually get options of recommended faction council events, so we will... prefer the better options that Zhang Wei recommends to us. We might actually put our wife here. She gives minus satisfaction as well, but also reduces desire for higher office. One of the more tame options. And we don't have any other really good options here. These guys just got their administrator positions. Su Fei might be good, but I think he has some negative traits as well. Yang Ren might be the most unoffensive choice. The faction support, faction-wide, is from him being stalwart, which again doesn't, to me, make thematic sense. Yeah, we could put him in. I'm not too worried about reduced chance of avoiding ambush. The rest of this is positive or neutral for us. Now we could kind of like swap them. In fact, what we're going to do is when we have faction council events, we'll move Zhang Wei over to Grand Commandant so he can offer stuff to us and then move him back to Chancellor. Nobody else belongs up here just yet. These cost an insane amount, however. Just always with the mod. Like this is 1,000, but we do want to reroll his trade. He's kind of pissy with us because of that. We might want to actually reroll these shows first. Maybe we can get some money from Mr. Moneybags for armor that we don't need. Perfect.
A kind and considered offer.
We want to preference this because we won't get this option too many times in future faction councils, and since it's showing up now, we're going to take it. And see what he rerolled greedy to. Artful. That's good. Maybe he goes in our faction council now? Yeah. 2 satisfaction hit isn't horrible to take. All of this is about spying, though, from him being artful, so we'll hold off. We're not going to recruit units, so we don't need the Grand Commandant position, which reduces recruitment cost for the position. Chancellor increases peasantry income, which is why we want it. Our heir is not yet of age. He's going to take a while. He's got unique art as well. He looks great. We'll see him later. Okay, that was that. Diplomacy? We can't see Yuan Shu or Cao Cao even though we can see them. Sun Qian as well. Goodness gracious. All the AI factions are really headed generally in our direction because of AI tunnel vision. Sun Qian would normally be like busy out here. But he's gone all the way up here because it's the closest he can get to us. Even if he doesn't know why he's doing it. Liu Yan looks like he's gonna knock out the Yoxia pirates in Danqu, while Gan Ning's main army takes Luocheng. Maybe he has reinforcements there, maybe he doesn't. He does not. They're stupidly sieging it. The AI just seems to do this with the mod for some reason. Like these 2 armies, what are they doing? Trying to fix public order by staying garrisoned, but the public order problem is that the bandits are running through your lands and sieging your stuff. Ay. This is in Shangyong. We need the city. We want this, but we need the city now. We have the food. We didn't get hit with the negative food event again, thank goodness. We're gonna sit here. It's a very modest increase through garrison, +1. Can't afford? Can't afford. 798. And we have exactly 700.
Ever forward.
Now, the next thing we actually went with him, normally we would just keep going this way. Nobility is now really, really good. Reduced retinue upkeep, increased damage for melee cav, which he will use. But we actually went clarity for the extra campaign line of sight, which will make this a big like spotlight near to him, and he'll be able to see all the way to Meixian. In the meantime,
To war.
Young Zhen will come up and help make any attrition happening here worse for the enemy. We might even go to take Meixian if it's a good option, and then the only problem is if we get overwhelmed there, we're stuck. It's way more smart Like, this is the riskier path to actually go and try and take it. We gotta just hope that V2 is busy dealing with Cao Cao and Yuan Shu out here, and they don't see us. Or don't consider us enough of a threat to turn around and, you know, beat us, but we're the player. So they might. Tian Chou, we do want to pick up. He has a great background. Also, we need to pick up strategists. More peasantry income.
Good to see
We'll talk
you.
to Moneybags again. We have a couple of things we can trade him. We don't want to, but we will. If that's the only option. We could try to trade a small thing and buff this up enough to get some cash. It's important that every single turn we keep building stuff to fight this because it's already dropping again. It means lost income. It means lost public growth, population growth. It means even more time to build. He can hold this? We'll give it to her. She's in charge of Shangyong. More peasantry income.
Ben.
She's willing to spy too. We know she's not a spy. Her faction just got destroyed and then she showed up on our doorstep. Oh boy. We check for food deals first. Even Cai Mao, we can just give him some food and see if he'll hand us some cash. Do Mao's not around to give us stuff anymore. We want to get a good food deal with Liu Biao when this runs out. I think in winter, which would be great. It'll be low food and even lower food. But for now...
What do you want?
He doesn't want this still. It'll be a while. We have lots of extra food though, so I'm even willing to throw in more if we have to. This would normally be a terrible deal.
A proposal worthy of my standing.
A little bit of food for a lot of immediate cash we need to get this going. We actually have to get some fights to keep this bumping back up. We're at 424 right now and losing 40. That I think puts us just before the law the next tier. So we should be in this tier next turn, but we're not going to stay there. I wouldn't mind going to help now. But we can't be sure that Li Jue doesn't turn around and hit us. It's just letting us know there's low public order. We're well aware of that. Having put down rebellions in both territories just recently. Crying over having negative food. Okay. I don't want to encourage superstition or defiance. So that's something. Sun Jian's probably going to knock Hu Mao over pretty fast. Sun Jian will have all of this. I don't know if we get to meet him still. We'll meet him soon. We need to make him friendly too.
For the people.
Same story. We need to build that. This will take a little while. That's going to be ready. We can actually build something here. We need 3 turns. We'll cancel in 1. Re-up it again, similar to how we did before. Young Ren's going to check for us real quick. They're not home.
Spreading the word of our cause.
He's going to sit here for military supplies. We can run to the border and see if anyone shows up. We're not losing as many military supplies. And that's good.
Is a world in perfect
I don't have anything that's protecting that. I think it's just... Actually, I'm not sure why that is.
Clarity shines the path to peace.
He might have been in weird terrain. When the reserves go up too, we won't have to worry about military supplies. Ooh, we won't have to worry about military supplies at all because Yen Pu is going to be in here. If we can get a builder, this makes a set bonus and further reduces construction time by 1 more. This will give public order. I think we just got that. Yep. I think Shangyong needs it most. No, surprisingly not. Quite handy. We can let him hold on to this and buff the income from industry very slightly. Public order as well, from the expertise and instinct. Just a stat boost. That's fixing the public order faster, which is going to fix the population growth faster. This is already going up from her labor recruiter. They both need more population. Everywhere needs more population. This actually, the smallest territory we have has the highest population because everything else got hit so bad. We became Oathsworn from serving in office together. We gave him an office. That's nice. Still haven't met more people. Cao Cao or Yuan Shu. Our really nice deal for going to war with the Yellow Turbans is about to end. They did take this. We're the weakest target nearby. I'm hoping they want to keep beating up Liu Yan, not us. We need this to finish. We can't rush it. We still want to pick up Tianzhou. We'll try and pick him up next turn if we can afford it. We need to get some more fights. Preferably easy ones.
Let us talk trade.
Yeah, he's still asking. We really don't want to do it. We're focused north. We don't want to lose our town. Thankfully, he's asking, not demanding. We can use the money, we can use the fights, but we're the shield between us and Li Jue. I hope he remembers that. Crazy, egoistic, paranoid, cunning man that he is. Shi Huang is getting... So he actually wants to sign peace treaties now. He's feeling overwhelmed. His capital's threatened.
Serve the people.
He's had a civil war. Nervous about peaking. Youngren. Peak for us.
Show them
Just a
heat.
little bit further.
Be ready to move. March.
Is it safe? It's going to be winter soon. We'll lose lots of military supplies. Not the season. We'll run back. If someone shows up to deal with him, we will be in reinforcement range with consideration now. Like, pick a random army, hover them over to see if, like, have to be an enemy army. It's okay. They did go south. They were going to focus on this. They finally moved. It would actually be really nice if he took Ba and then they had to go here and then they went back north and then took this and we can take it from him. Eventually. Let's keep people happy. Hua Xiong, we're reasonably confident, is not a spy.
Is the heart's desire.
at this point. We want to keep him happy enough that he doesn't turn into a spy. Be really sad if he leaves. He's plenty happy he's leading the army. Promotion and salary and all that good stuff. We can swap this down to a cheaper one now. He's not that much less happy. He can get this. Actually, we're plenty replenished, and this is Zhang Wei's. Save some money on the expensive cav. We're going to keep the water clock off of anybody else. We can build this. This is extra 5 Celestial Masters. We want schools to unlock a different reform, but this is how it's going to have to be, because this is already in the bad tier. It's just how it's going to be. We still have plenty of food. In fact, let's not forget
Come in.
our food deal with Mr. Moneybags. Nothing we want to trade. That's fine. All of it in per turn income. Might even offer him a whole bunch extra to encourage him to overspend on his food. We don't want to be hit with a scary faction council event though. And we can use the extra money. Looks like he's capping out right around here. We're happy to take this. We need the money.
We are obliged to you for this
Our
kindness.
entire economy is based around diplomacy. We're making 1,702 a turn, 1.6k cov, which comes from diplomacy. It's the only way we can keep building. Deals with Ma Teng when we meet Han Sui, deals with Han Sui, deals with Hu Mao, deals with the pirates. That's something else that we want to keep going for that reason. If we could do deals with Li Tue or Cao Cao now, we would. Or Yuan Shu even. Everybody gets a deal. Okay, they are recruiting an army to deal with the quote-unquote threat of Yang Zhen. Zhang Liao gets to lead it. We would like to capture him. I don't think we get to, but we will try. He also has to deal with the threat of Han Sui and Ma Teng. It looks like he's lost Anding because it's no longer showing a red border up here. Li Xiu and Zhang Wei get a friendship. That's quite nice since they don't have alignment. Li Xiu's deceitful, Zhang Wei is modest, commending and not commending honor. This is the issue we were talking about.
Standard stance. On the march.
He's gonna have to get back to friendly territory and lose way less. Still losing VR2, but it's all right. In fact, if we just sit him here, he could be bait. They come running. Lots of cool generals we would actually not mind picking up. Sentinels too, which we're short on. Peasantry income for us. Watch our income go up. Got an ancillary. Craftsman. More income from industry. It does go positive that way. We'll take it. It's a small ancillary, but every penny counts right now. We were going to pick up Tianzhou. I don't want to let him get picked up by anybody else, but we're short on cash and have very little to trade that we're willing to trade. This deal went offline, and he's poor. We can offer all of it and maybe get some of that money that we were getting last time back. Nothing that good. We have no one for him to suggest we go to war with. That we want to go to war with. Like all of our neighbors, we need to try to keep peaceful while we build. So we're not going to be able to hold off Li Jue and a whole bunch else.
Your generosity is appreciated.
Now we cross our fingers again that we don't get the negative food event from Li Jue Faction Council, that is. We hope he picks somebody else. He's at war with everybody still. We don't get the extra peasantry income from having lots of food, but the money per turn is still better from diplomacy than the percent modifier from peasantry. He ran off to go defend here, which means Matang is probably presenting a threat at San Pass. We could sneak in and take Hanzhong. However, if we do take Meixian here, Hanzhong is the commander. Meixian is the territory here. Whoa! Yang Feng, the bandit, White Wave veteran from up here, is down here. Bypassed the city. And took this. Is this under siege? It's not. I'm not sure how he got here, but he got here. We can see maybe the Tong Pass. I don't think we can see who owns it. He still owns Tong Pass. There's another pass over here we don't have vision of. Cao Cao stopped at the Hangu Pass. These are historical passes that protected the capitals from invasions and warlords like ourselves from marching on the capital so easily. We can pick up Tianzhou. We do actually want him. He will drop satisfaction by 2 if we put him here or here. Only by 1 actually, because he's also cordial. Liu Yu dropped him. Liu Yu might have actually been destroyed. I think if we pick him up, we have a little bit of chance that he'll be like, hey, bring your friends. We're short 2 food because we finished our city and don't have more food buildings built. That is an open invitation to adversarial factions. Beat us up. We want Zheng Wei here and Tianzhou here because Zheng Wei gets the better suggestions, I think. Ooh, this is great. We need to be able to afford that and to keep building, so time to wheel and deal. She'll probably mostly be an assignment character for us, so we'll go this way. She gets a unique assignment as well. That's not bad. We can decrease the cost of these now and or make people even happier. We'll go for this eventually. I think we're in a decent spot right now, but reduce costs. Please. We're desperate.
A pleasure.
Alright, do we have anything we're willing to sacrifice? That stone statue of Confucius that's almost been sold a gazillion times is gone. Huaxiong has it. We pulled him out and gave him titles that aren't enough for him. Lack of characters going away. See, this is what I'm talking about. We have a faction-wide satisfaction bonus, but just with everything, it's too much. We have to give him like this just to keep him at 37. He's on the field and he's that pissed. Our food situation won't last as an issue. It'll bounce back. We need money.
Welcome. Come in.
We're pushing everything in every direction as far as it will go.
Your proposal humbles us.
Okay. We can afford this faction council now. Let's take a look if anyone has items we can buy and sell. There's one here, but it's not big enough. So now we get a choice. Do we build or take the faction council? We're going to be very slightly short of being able to afford both.
Mightiest tree survives on its roots.
Oh boy. Did we meet anyone? We're still doing that deal from earlier. We don't actually have food to sell. We'd have to sell more ancillaries. What do we get rid of? This goes on Huaxiong now. Yangbo is happy enough he gets a better title. Oh boy. These are actually useful for us right now. This is not. Okay. If Humao still wants this deal, and he does, we add that to it and ask for a teeny bit of cash. Every little bit, guys. Every little bit. We can do 605, 615.
We accept.
Amazing. Turn to turn. I'm still recruiting, holding on to our retinue, holding on to everything else. We could delete units actually. At this point, with the reduced likelihood that Lizia will attack us, that might be a smart thing to do and just hang out here. However, if we invade, we can immediately fight this loss. But they could show up with 2 armies and we wouldn't know until it was too late.
In the name of China!
If we just have Yang Zhen walk.
How may I serve, my lord?
With the mod, we need 50% or more to ambush.
Unity.
I don't want them to see us coming.
Let them stumble into our trap.
If we can get up to where Yang Ren's standing now, we reinforce. Yang Ren will attack, and we will reinforce to take this. Take all the casualties. Get this back up. If they show up with an army, Yang Zhen can retreat. I don't think there's a reason to have him lead right now, except for experience. We'll do this. He doesn't yet have the clarity that we need, but he has the reinforcement range just in case this is too far. We are happy to take some fights. We have the same issue with this pass that they have with us, except they have more territory on their way to us. That, actually, if the modders are listening, could be a nice thing to tweak about this. Make the border somewhere here, or even up here, so that there's more of a territory for us to actually play with defense as this faction, and more of a threat if you're playing with Li Jie. Because historically, if you controlled this, you controlled this pass. For the most part, armies would be able to march down it, but you knew they were coming. We can barely see that they're coming unless we're standing here. That's not going to impact us right this moment. For now, eventually we'll want military access.
Good to see you.
Ah,
as you wish.
I'm taking it right away to increase our relations. Further discourage war in that direction, and further encourage Cai Mao to sign treaties with us. Yang Feng is not a popular guy. He is also cunning. No, he's not. He's a diplomat and a tactical genius. That's how he made it all the way here. But this is money we can take. No one's gonna like that we did this deal, except for him. Except for us. Because that is 1,800
a successful bid.
Gold coming our way. And we need every last bit of it. Alright, we get to see if we get a fight here. We will fight it on the map. Matang struggling with public order to our west. He's got a rebellion forming. They could take Wudu and then we could take Wudu from him. Or rather from the rebels. Looks like he lost this piece of Wudu to Li Jie. Li Jie pushed on this way. which means we're free to take this probably. Up. Liu Yan finished off the pirates and secured almost all of Ba. He's probably going to go to war with Wu Mao as well. We need to keep checking if we get to meet Sun Tian. Still don't. I would be able to double click into diplomacy with him otherwise.
Cultivate patience.
All right. This is offline. We forgot to cancel it and then started back up this turn. That's a shame. We still do this. Next turn, Young Boa will be able to start the assignment and then we'll be able to go for a small city. As soon as this population fixes itself and the public order fixes itself positively, we'll swap this and get more money. Are you kidding? Can we not reach?
Unleash fury.
I was gonna say
Passions and strike.
he could do this on his
what
own.
you trained for.
He does not have to. Gan Ning showed up. So now we need money to recruit Gan Ning and maybe some of these guys.
Remain pure.
Oh boy.
Return to standard position.
Gan Ning is not someone we're passing up.
Remain
So
honest.
we see if we can trade ancillaries. He will definitely have some we can give off so we can pick him up. Keeping him happy will be the challenge. He ranked himself up a bit. That's worth it for the end game. Any little bit of corruption reduction we can get is good. It would be nicer if it was like -10. Oh, we've got lots of money to make here. All right. You haven't seen us do this yet. So watch and learn.
Welcome. Come in.
It's easier if the ancillaries show up. We might actually keep that one. He will give us about 1,000 for each of these bronze, which is the cost of recruiting
We are obliged to you for this kindness.
those generals. So we're going to pick them up and then dismiss them at the end. There's a few we get to do this with. Gan Ning is one. We might keep this guy. We might try to recruit him and keep him too. Qie Ren, these two will equal his recruitment. So it's not a... There's no point in recruiting him to make money off of it. We get this one too. These are pretty common, so we may just sell them. He gets Hail of Arrows, that's why we want to keep him around. And his faction-wide bonuses for the end of the campaign are going to be incredible. But we have to keep him happy. This is actually something we would give to Zheng Wei for his units. He will have to hold on to this. This is currently fine. This is a little more armor-piercing damage for duels. This is similar armor-piercing damage and the same attack rate, but he gets extra charge speed for shock and melee cavalry. We're just going to take them off. Overall, we can put him in one of the other armies if we can ever afford his retinue. Might have to do assignments with him somehow. I'm not sure how we manage that. It might just have to be paying a lot for his titles. We were never going to keep that guy. Tiancho we're keeping, he's in the court. We need to reroll Greedy. And actually, next turn we're going to go get that other satisfaction issue taken care of, so it may not be that big an issue. I'm going to leave the population growth for now, because the population got so tanked. We can't even equip these right now if we wanted to. We're going to get rid of one, though. We need some cash back.
Excellent. Talk.
This unlocks an assignment that we're not going to use. The extra authority is better than the expertise in this case because the authority is more overall income. You can bump them up to another tier higher. It's a common item. We'll see lots of
kind
those.
and considered offer.
Okay, we got our money back to do this and got some characters that we wanted all in the same go. Some other items we wanted as well. This is overall very good for us. This is the cheapest title we can give him, so we can even upgrade that. And then once we get the other reform, this is what I'm talking about. We feel very pressed to go after the same reforms every campaign because of satisfaction issues, construction, cost reductions, too good to pass up. Population growth is too good to pass up. For us specifically, this is more cost reduction, so we went here so we can balance our mechanic faster. We're going to go here, we're going to go here, and then we build schools to go reduce the character salary twice so we can afford the titles we've been giving out like candy. And then it's going to be all about corruption reduction and public order. And that's kind of the whole campaign. We'll probably get recruitment cost reduction in there at some point. But it's quite a rote process at the moment. Something the developers are still working on tweaking to get it to that sweet spot where you want to... we kind of forgot to do this. We just sieged it and forgot they're attacking us. We should have actually fought this too. So we could just finish it off and have collected it. I guess this is better because we get more fights. More fights equals more Celestial Masters. We're creating a rebellion, so there's another fight. This worked out. Where our military supplies are very low though. Once we take this, we'll be part of Hanzhong Commandery, and Yanpu gives us extra military supplies, so that's something. For own armies in his administrated commandery, and this will be part of it. Okay. It works out. It wasn't the worst choice. They're getting rebellions all over because they can't manage population with all of the armies and their traits and everything. Struggling. That's actually pretty insane. Where'd you come from? You're a spy. And disloyal. If we knew for certain we could re-roll you next turn, next 2 turns, we would pick you up. Because he's a spy, very likely. He will sit in our recruitment pool for a while. That's really good armor too. This is a shame if we have to pass him up.
Let fury explode!
As we've seen, we get good melee cav. And with the mod, you can actually, and we win okay, so this was overall a good thing. He has another ancillary we can sell. We can't see hers. This is a struggle over here. We're not going to attack it. We don't want the Emperor. Because if we take the Emperor, we will have to declare independence from Liu Yan, and that starts a war down here that we lose. We're also not going to sack or loot it, because that will kill our Celestial Masters, which we're just getting close to balancing. We can auto-resolve this. I'm happy with that.
Let feasting commence.
Very few lost. No liberation.
Be still to sense the smallest.
We're gonna occupy. We can afford that. Also, the fights give more chance for experience. And the fights.
Let desire shape and guide passion.
Give us a chance for post-battle loot. Which is something. They took care of their rebellion, but not their public order. We need to make sure we still have this food deal, because that's an army we'll struggle with if we have to fight them. That's a lot of cavalry. And these units aren't too bad either. These ones are actually good. pretty scary. They'll cut through our shields like nothing. Their cav are too fast for us.
Corruption.
I answer your request, my lord.
I'm actually inclined to let Li Xiu
Remain
lead
flexible to
just to
react
give him a little
to
extra
To
experience.
battle!
We want him to get to rank 3 so we can get better
A
units
quick wit dodges the hardest
eventually.
blow. We are not barbarians.
Bonus experience for Yang Zhen, but not him. That's ironic. We want to ambush here in case they show up.
The trap
Can't really
is
move
set.
anywhere and ambush.
All as
We'll take the
one.
replenishment and movement range next turn from Zhang Wei leading. Yang Ren's only level 2. It's not going to really impact his satisfaction. He's spawned here and probably made some friends now. Yeah. So he's happy in our faction from having friends. These guys are also all chummy with each other and the administrator, which is good. So they have a chance of making friends. There's an issue with the mod as well, where sitting in a garrison is going to give them not unobservant, but uncomplicated, like they're stupid or something.
Peace.
That is
through
also
conquest.
getting fixed. This gives construction cost reduction to adjacent commanderies, and this location is not very secure. That's a little bit of a bump in garrison, but it will replenish slowly until the faction support over here gets better. We're in reinforcement range, I believe.
Law must rule.
Just in
Ever
case we're
upwards.
not, we'll definitely be in reinforcement range now. I feel like we were to begin with. So we're going to do this, unless there's another building to build that aligns with our mechanic, and there is. We need to hit 1 million population to be able to build 2 buildings at once. It was going to be here because we have to build the city, and that's expensive. Keep an eye on Ganning's satisfaction, as recently hired will go away and that lack of purpose will grow, so he's going to drop by 4 every turn until it bottoms out. We know he's not a spy, so we could
I
swap him
answer
with Yang
your
Ang,
request.
who's plenty happy right now anyway. Or realistically speaking, if we save up enough cash, we can recruit him onto the field, delete his retinue, and then we have Hail of Arrows on the field. Does not get along with Yang Zhen. Tian Chou, we can pull onto the field. We need as much money to do buildings as possible, though, so we can get out of this, you know, bum tier. Doing every deal we can. Still got extra food to spare. Okay, we'll fight the rebels or go this way or that way or some way and fight if we can and it's safe. We want to be very careful not to take too many casualties. This is a retinue in the garrison we can easily do, but we don't know what's over here. We saw that army leave. It didn't have lots of troops, but in fact, if Matang goes this way, and he likely will, we can hope that the Yellow Turban rebels take this while he beats up that army, and we get to just take these. Probably stop at the pass, actually, because Matang will want his land back to connect with his other land out here, and he'll see us as an impediment to that and go to war. Possibly. I know we're being extremely cautious, but we kind of have to be. We're very small. Most of our money's going to Liu Yen. It's a rough time. Now, if the bandits capture the young emperor, I think they'll hold on to him for like a couple turns, and then he'll flee somewhere, probably to Cao Cao. As is historical. I don't know if Yang Feng capturing him is historical or not, but him fleeing to Cao Cao eventually is definitely historical. Probably reaching the end of our episode. We had a rather long last episode.
Ever rises.
Okay, so Yuan Shao signed a peace treaty with them. Not our
Remain
concern.
pure.
We're gonna smack that army if this isn't a good shot. Some other generals, we wouldn't mind picking up. Li Tong's decent, but he has Careless. He levels up extra fast, which would make him a problem. Not a problem, but a problem that he's leveling up too quick. Now, if we recruit him and can make him happy enough, you know, he would flip to us even if he is a spy, but yeah, we're having problems with this already. We need to reroll his trait. That's the big thing. In fact, he's more of a concern than Hua Xiong now, so we can have this back. And who leveled up being the admin here?
A land
We're
without people is bereft of
going to
spirit.
currently go for the extra industry income, as there is some industry income here. We don't have any commerce, but then we'll go this way and get the culture income, which is a thing that you get from schools now. And this gives extra reserves for the commandery, which is good since we're defending here. And then we'll go back and get scholarship and work our way up to night battles. Wrong direction. Close one. Yes. This is why we have to build what we have to build when we have to build it. That will take almost the whole time. We're going to cancel this and put it somewhere else where we can use it, which is nowhere at the moment. There's going to be schools here for certain in 4 turns, so we can get the reduced cost of titles and everything going in the reforms. No one has items, right, that we can sell? Nope.
Destroy corruption.
None that are worth it. We can show ourselves now. We're losing military supplies because of faction support in this county.
Order will spread throughout.
I just want to peek and see what's out here.
Remain honest.
We can't reach anyway.
To war.
So, we actually need our military
Do you
supplies
have
back more than
orders for
Yangzhen.
me, my lord. Rejoice.
We'll
Your
sit
lord has
here.
returned.
Can't ambush or anything, so we're visible and vulnerable-ish. We're showing ourselves.
Resist the chaos of change.
The only problem with showing ourselves right now is they'll come back for us.
Unification requires discipline.
I know we're losing
Let
military
desire. The
supplies.
conqueror returns.
We'll swap only in winter. We don't want to be 2 turns visible. If it looks weak enough, an army might come by and then we attack them and just hang out here.
Remain
Because our military supplies will be so low and we'll lose some from casualties that we take, I'm sure. It's another slow turn with no deals to make. Haven't met anyone new that could give us money per turn. This is still just going down by 7. We need this to rank, you know, build up. Build up. And get us more Celestial Masters per turn to reduce the decay. We need some fights to deal with that as well. Li Jue himself is on the field. He summoned himself into an army.
We can avoid this no more.
He's just demanding our territory, or he'll declare war. He's demanding the land we fair and square traded for, or he's going to go to war with us. Okay. I'm not willing to put up with this. We will still lose it. He might just keep doing this. Grumpy old idiot. He's way overpowering us. We can't afford to lose the territory. I don't know if we can fight him. We're feeding his income. We have been. He's got like 3 armies. He's got all this territory. If we reject, he declares war. We get free. We get our own diplomacy now. We could peace out with Li Jue, send our forces south, try to hold him off. His armies are probably better than ours, and we are not going to replenish too fast. He wants this just once. I think he wants it back because he originally had it, and so he's feeling like, give us our land back. We built it up to rank 4. We're grumpy with him for sure. Issuing an ultimatum on your own vassal. You're supposed to be protecting, and we're doing the protecting. If he demands our city in the future, we say no 100%. I wish we could look at the armies and see what they have. We just haven't been looking because we didn't expect this. We can afford it in terms of food. Like, if we reject and start the war, he gets to our city before we can even get back. And we probably lose both of these and then have to fight a war pinned down. With them having the numbers and unit quality advantage, I think we just have to agree.
We feel clarity is important between us.
I have it real clear. My real clear feeling is that when we gain our independence from you, we are going to smite you with impunity and impassion.
Grows and sprouts.
Now we have a food problem. We can't afford it in terms of food long term. We can't afford it right now. And we'd spent time building that up instead of this because we couldn't. You are a little bastard. Yeah. Can't afford things. This will take lots of turns.
Purged out.
Demanding Taskmaster. There's just nothing for it. We're losing too many military supplies now. To keep staying here,
Darken your spirit.
I would start sieging this now, but we can't. We need military supplies, so we sit here. We sit here, it's not helping. We should be able to get military supplies staying encamped in our own territory, but we don't. Public order, minus corruption. That's good. We kind of want to get here too. Peak Breaker's a cool ability when she becomes a general, and now we need the food. It's not going to help with in time, like she would have to rank up a second time to get here. It's going to be a while. We'll take public order. Maybe the same deal here. We need to get here for industry income. So we'll go that way. What a little butt. You better give me autonomy. And maybe this will make you feel like you can't demand our land anymore.
A pleasure.
Definitely left us with a sour taste in our mouth.
Your proposal humbles us.
We need to make an escape plan now. The escape plan... If the non-mon were around, we would be getting lots of money from him by asking him to declare war on different non-mon factions, and they would be like, yeah, and then they would go fight him, and you'd be dealing with that. And we would take some land and then gift it back to him in exchange for our independence. As it stands, what we're going to do is send individual armies down here to settle this land, which is extremely expensive. We will then offer the land to him in exchange for our independence, build ourselves up really big here. Economically, I know it doesn't look like we have much to work with, but we do. We have just enough. And our food deals and everything that we'll make, especially when we get this back up to the top tier or close to it, we'll build massive armies and come down and crush him. This is also ridiculous. Like, we wouldn't have felt so pressured to say yes. Except that he's got 3 full armies with very little income buildings to show for it. He's getting 1,210 from us, but that's like maybe most of one of these armies. he couldn't possibly afford 2 more with 1 farmland at the time. Paying upkeep for this and the farm and just a salt mine. Upkeep for this farm and then another farm here and a teeny tiny bit of commerce income. There's just no way. If we were playing as Liu Yan, we would have like 1, maybe 2 armies. Maybe 2. And not be able to afford much of anything else. Just end turn. There's not a lot to do. Except for watch our food come back eventually. He didn't even need the food. We were selling him food. He had plenty of food from taking Ba. They took Wudu back. We want to put San Pass under siege now. They have to worry about Anding. It doesn't look like any armies are going to threaten Mei Xian anytime soon. The pass is very defendable if Matang declares war on us at some point. Only problem is if we're dealing with Matang and Li Jue from both angles. We have military access, maybe. We should get it. Of these 2, I think we prefer loyalty. Better stuff. We'll go with Fraternal in the future when we get other options as well. Okay, it's spring. Our food problem is still a food problem because of this ridiculous man to our south.
Sprout ever upwards.
And it's going to get worse when we finish that city, and we're not going to not finish that city because we need to reverse our mechanic issue. This is starting to look good in the short term, but we need this to keep everyone happy. But we need this to build our population, but we want this to get more income from peasantry, but we need this to get more income from peasantry to get up here for corruption. That's going to save us money overall because we won't have to give out more titles. We won't have to worry about everybody being, you know, spies or turncoats. We want that, but we want this more. This is great for us. Population growth and public order is something we will happily take, even if we have to find another way to make Anguo happier. He's a little bit more happy now that we took that reform. This stupid huge title. We're very grumpy.
Strike as one.
We had it all figured out.
Towards destiny. Harden
Now
your
he's
hearts.
running back, fleeing. That's a lot of cav. We have a lot of spears, even with the extra reinforcements from the pass.
Obey instinct.
If he attacks us, if they attack us,
Act
you
quickly.
know, we'll stand just inside to make sure that we're
To
reinforcements.
arms.
Yeah, we reinforce now. We lose military supplies standing in here. It's why we stayed in here for winter. We'll be tired, have less ammo, but it'll be fine. This is going to go up 7 more turns. I'm not overly concerned about the
I am
reserve
not
situation because we got the reserves back up. And our food deals will probably expire within time.
We reach an understanding.
That's some cash we can use. We'll take all the cash. We can get food distribution. Oh, just from the cost of the cities. Yeah. We actually do need to... Yeah, we have that building.
With heaven.
Oof. That can be our save point. Don't want to go too long. What an episode. So our vassal master is... we're definitely building the conditions for our grudge. If he keeps demanding our land, I don't know that we can actually do anything about it. We'll just have to find some way to survive. At some point, we'll have to, like, bite back. and try to hold somewhere if he does that. It's a bit of a concern. I'm pretty certain, I'm not too worried because I'm pretty certain he just demanded this back because he originally owned it, so he feels like it's his even though we bought it through diplomatic value. Anyway, thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and consider subscribing to the channel. Leave your comments if you have any thoughts about Mr. Liu Yan's betrayal and the future of the campaign. Looking forward to seeing and hearing from you guys. Until next time, bye.